Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday Night Luke Live Online. I'm Father James DiLuzio, continuing with you our journey with the Gospel of Luke. Tonight's pericope, Luke chapter 20, verses 27 to 40, picking up on that series of incidences where people are trying to trap Jesus to prove he's not really a faithful person, not faithful to the Jewish tradition. So, last time, as you recall, they tried to trap him over paying tribute to Caesar, paying their taxes. Jesus says, do what is you need to do to be responsible in this world, of course, but know that your true allegiance is to God, for God is all in all. So now, Luke tells us, some Sadducees, those who deny there is a resurrection, came forward and put this question to Jesus. Teacher, Moses wrote for us that if a man marries a woman and dies childless, his brother must take the wife and raise up descendants for his brother. Now, there were 7 brothers. The first married a woman and died childless. Then the second and the third married her, and likewise all 7 died childless. Now, finally, the woman also died. Now, at the resurrection, whose wife will that woman be? For all 7 had been married to her. Ha! Jesus said to them, the children of this age marry and are given in marriage, but those who are deemed worthy to attain the coming age and to the resurrection of the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage. They can no longer die, for they are like angels. And they are the children of God because they are the ones who will rise. That the dead will rise, even Moses made known in the passage about the bush, when he called Lord, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob. For he is not Lord of the dead, but God of the living. For to him all are alive. Some of the scribes said to him, Teacher, you have answered well. And they no longer dared to ask him anything. It's a very important passage in the gospel because here's one of the few times where Jesus is actually giving us a few details about heaven. The affirmation of angels, and the real sense that marriage is something that we do on earth to prepare us for fidelity, to prepare us to understand God's fidelity towards us, to prepare us to understand what love is, what love requires, what God offers, love and forgiveness. You know, I like to say that's one word, love, forgiveness. Can't have one without the other. And to experience patience, right? And it's like any good friendship requires these, but marriage is even more indelible, more intimate, and with a stronger foundation of commitment forever. But yet the forever ends with this life. This passage is used often by theologians and scholars to say, you know, in heaven there's no need for marriage, there's even no need for sacraments, because sacraments are what bring us and our preparation for a heavenly banquet with God through Christ. And so each has its time and place. And so with that, we have the guarantee that everybody's a spouse. Everyone's a brother and sister, finally, in eternity, in the kingdom of heaven. Else, at other times, Jesus does speak of a great banquet where all are invited and some are left out, mostly because of their own choice. So there we have it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week. For those in my Ecumenical Multi-Faith group, tonight at 7 Eastern Time, we're going to have a discussion on the light we give, how Sikhism can bring us, the wisdom of Sikhism can help us through life, by Simranjeet Singh. That's our book discussion group. If you're interested in my Ecumenical Multi-Faith work, just drop me a line. Go to lukelive@lukelive.com. That's a good email for me, lukelive@lukelive.com, and say you'd like to be part of our ecumenical and multi-faith dialogues. Everyone is welcome. As for that, have a wonderful week. I'll see some of you who like to join me for Young at Heart next Friday evening. Good night, everyone. God bless.